F what your family and friends think and do it anyway, mother. Right? By the way, I just got a new haircut. You guys like it? Pretty clean, right? Pretty clean. I got this new chain too, so it's a little bigger than I thought. But let's get into the video. We'll talk about the chains later. F what your family and friends. Hey, me wearing this is me effing what family and friends think and doing what I want, because growing up, wearing jewelry as a man even was seen as just something girly, feminine, something you don't do. And then I started seeing people on social media doing it who were very masculine. I thought, they're masculine, they're wearing jewelry, why can't I? And so I realized there's no such thing as a set rule. There's no such thing as saying this is masculine, this is feminine. Also, everyone's going to have their own definition of that. Also, you get to define who you want to be and what masculine looks like for you, if that's something that you want to be. So the moral of the story is you have to start doing things that you want to do, even if they temporarily feel uncomfortable. So whether it's a certain lifestyle, whether it is how you approach your sexuality, whether it's how you make money, whether it's how you have relationships, your social life, whatever. And listen, you can keep things private as well, okay? You can definitely keep things private as much as you want. I don't share everything with all my family and friends either, but me even just showing up on YouTube, for example, I know that this is public, so some family and friends can see, and I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. Like, if they see something, like not fuck them, but fuck it, right? Because the thing is that you reach a point in life, you reach a stage where you realize, what is all this for, right? Why am I doing all this? And I say that being very close to my family and having very close friends, because there might be some assholes who give you advice who have zero family, zero friends, they're completely isolated and miserable. Don't listen to those guys. Listen to guys who have a balanced life, who are very happy in their social life, who have strong family bonds, who have strong friendships, if that's something you also want. And if it's not something that's a priority, some of you guys may not have the strongest family bonds, but you may have really close friends, or vice versa. Or you may want closer bonds with people, right? So all of this applies to you. And what I think is really, really fascinating is one of the human games that we get to play in this lifetime is overcoming the fear of judgment, overcoming the fear of rejection, overcoming the fear of just, being who we want to be. And at every level of your life, you're going to want to be someone different, right? We're always evolving. So who I am today is not who I wanted to be 10 years ago, and who I am 10 years from now may not be the person I am today, although I think it's way more in line, because I think after you reach a certain stage in life, and this can be when you're 18 or it can be when you're 100 years old, there's no age limit for this. It's just certain realizations you have. Some people may have these realizations but never act upon them. But I think that's such a shame, because once you realize this is who I am, this is more of who I want to be, now your goal is to pursue that, because that's what you're here for. That's the fun part of life. When you don't, you feel fucking miserable and you get stressed and you get sick and all those, fucking horrible things happen. But when you're riding the wave of who you are, who you want to be, going in that direction, that's when your life gets just so fucking amazing. Like, I'm the happiest I've ever been. Everything is thriving in my life, my friendships, my romantic relationships, my sex life, my business, my money, and I'm working on my health and fitness right now. I'm really excited about those goals and the progress I'm seeing, and content creation. There's so many things I'm doing, so many goals I have, so many big dreams I have. And it doesn't mean that I'm always working. Like, I have so much freedom. So I get, many days I'm just doing whatever I like, nothing, right? Like lounging around. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can, you guys know what I mean, right? And literally it's just fun, right? It's just fun to be able to do that. And so how am I able to do that? One of the reasons why is because I went on this journey, and I started this journey several years ago where I was like, okay, I'm going to do the thing that I want to do, even though I'm afraid people will judge me. And the family and friends thing is a big one. There's, the public, there's general public judging you. That's a different level, but I know most of you deal with family and friends judging you. And so depending on where you come from, whether you're desi, like me, or whether, you're not, it doesn't really matter. Don't let the fear of someone judging you hold you back. I will say, even for your immediate family, like, you have to get to a point where you don't let your mother, you don't let your siblings, you don't let anyone affect how you're going to show up in the world. Let people be temporarily upset if they're going to be, and handle it in the most mature way you can, but you're human. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be messy sometimes, and that's okay, right? I had the best relationship that I've ever had with my immediate family. I have the best relationship I've ever had with my friends. I have the best relationship I've ever had with in my romantic life, right? And friends and lovers and all those things. And the reason why I'm saying it so boastfully like that is because I'm proud of the hard work I've done. You know, I'm very proud of the mental work, the energetic work, the thought work I've done, and continuing to put myself out there and showing up in bigger, small ways for myself to become who I want to be, to create the life that I want to create. And so I'm doing this to give you permission to do the same thing. And what you know, life looks like for me may be a little different for you, but at the end of the day, it's about doing what you want to do and living the life that you want to live, and letting people, one, be wrong about you. I heard that from one of my coaches, Brooke Castillo, back in the day. Give permission for people to be wrong about you. When I heard that, it changed my life, right? I was like, wow, that's fascinating. I can give people permission to be wrong about me, right? It's so freeing. The other one that I like a lot is just, I mean, obviously not giving an F, but it's a loaded statement, because on one end, it's like, yeah, you don't give an F, but then as a human, you're always going to give an F, until, you know, forever, for the rest of your life, at every level. But I think that's what makes being a human fun, right? You're going to feel nervousness at every level, every different social situation, depending on who you're dealing with. So the goal isn't to just become fearless forever, but the goal is to not let fear stop you, right? I think that's like actually a true definition of fearless. It's what we strive to be as men. It's what or women, if you're watching this, we strive to be that version of ourselves because we want to feel like a fucking badass. There's nothing that feels more amazing than feeling like the most powerful man who does what he wants, who says what he wants, who shows up, who lives the life that he wants, right? I saw something the other day on a reel. It was a famous speaker, and he basically said that the most intelligent people in the world are not the people with the highest IQs. The most intelligent people in the world are the people who design the exact life that they want. Isn't that crazy? Just like think about that for a minute, right? Because we think intelligence is just how much money you make, what kind of degree someone got. First of all, the whole degree thing, I can't even wait to go on that. I don't give a fuck if you went to Harvard. I mean, as someone who is an academic, as someone who's made straight A's, and as someone who's also just got barely passed because I was just having fun, partying, and had other priorities like a normal human, all you're doing is regurgitating shit, right? Like, if you develop the skill set to read and write enough, you'll become a good reader, you'll become a good writer. If you speak enough, practice enough, you'll become a good speaker, you know? And then the rest of it's just regurgitation. That's it. Most people just don't want to sit there and regurgitate, just like most people don't want to go to the fucking gym and work out. The same thing with studying. So I actually don't think, you know, someone having a certain degree is this, you know, thing that should be worshipped. Who gives a fuck, right? I'm a medical doctor, I'm an MD, and that's cool, but it doesn't make me better than someone, you know? Like, if people see me as better than someone or themselves, great, I'll take it. Why not? You know, I'll take the praise. But the thing is, you know, we measure success, we measure intelligence with such stupidity. It makes no sense to me. It's because society gives these things clout. Society gives these things importance, and so then we feel like we have to also, but you don't. And so that's all to say that someone just having a higher education or making more money or something doesn't mean that they're more intelligent. The most intelligent people are the ones who design their life the way they want, because a lot of the most intelligent people, if you look at them, they're miserable, right? They're not happy with their lives. Just because on the outside someone has a business or career that you want or the money that you want doesn't mean they're happy, right? And so why are we chasing that? And why are we defining that as intelligence? So I think that's an important piece for you to remember. It's pretty mind-blowing in my opinion. And also, if you combine that with just not caring and go in steps, right? So whatever it is that you want to show up as in your life and you fear that family and friends may have a problem with it, whether it's showing up the way I am on YouTube, online, if you want to show up on social media and make money from it, or just impact people and show up the way I am, or if there's certain lifestyle changes you want to make and you want to show up that way, you can do it in steps, right? And then start to believe, I always say this, manifest a reality where you are that version of you, everyone celebrates you, everyone loves you, everyone respects you, and slowly you'll start to see that. And if there are some haters or some people who talk shit behind your back, let them, right? Because if they have time to talk shit behind your back, I mean, that means that you're really important in their life, right? So who gives a fuck? It's like, let them be bothered by you. All right? Hope this helped. If you guys want more coaching, want more access to me in all the different ways, have fun in my community, go ahead and see the show notes below, and I'll see you inside.